Did you know that up to 80% of all life on Earth exists underneath the surface of the ocean? And yet the deep sea remains largely unexplored. But from sponges to slime, not only are we discovering new species, but chemical compounds that aid in the development of new drugs to treat diseases ranging from cancer to HIV, which is why it is so important that we continue to focus our efforts studying our oceans. And for the last 3 years, I've had the opportunity to dive in submersibles up to 3,600 meters, or 12,000 feet under the sea, where there's no light. The pressure is equivalent to an elephant standing on your toe. Ouch. And yet, when the submersible turns on its lights, what we see is this incredibly diverse and thriving community in this unique environment. But I can tell you from personal experience that there is no place on Earth that is as distant or as alien as the deep ocean. But thanks to recent advances in technology, we're now able to explore greater areas of the deep sea and begin to understand the complex life histories of those organisms. Take, for example, the mussels you see here in this photo, Bathymodiolus childressi. The adults are widely distributed throughout the Gulf of Mexico and U.S. East Coast. But just how did they get there in the first place, and how do they maintain their populations over time? That's what my research is working to answer through the study of the mussel's earliest life phase, the free-swimming larvae that you see in the upper right-hand corner. At only 350 microns in length, the size of a single grain of salt, these larvae exhibit fascinating behavior by directly altering their position in the water column. Now you may ask yourself, why is it important to know where these larvae are in the water? That's because surface currents move much faster than their deep sea counterparts, and so their dispersal potential is strongly influenced by depth. Yet it is not possible to follow these larvae throughout their 13-month larval phase, so we developed a computer model which simulates their behavior and predicts their dispersal path from their home site. We can then confirm the model's predictions by going to those areas, identifying the organisms, and collecting tissue for genetic analysis. And although research is still in progress, our results show that larvae with surface-seeking behavior, on average, travel up to 920 kilometers, or 571 miles farther than those in the deep currents. And it is through this integration of biology, computer simulations, and population genetics that puts this research at the forefront of deep sea science. Because despite its depth and distance, the deep sea is still our backyard in comparison to outer space. And yet human exploration has learned more about the surface of Mars and Pluto than it has about our own ocean. Consider that hydrothermal vents and their organisms, which revolutionized our understanding about the origins and adaptability of life on Earth, were only discovered in 1977. And there may yet be other life-altering discoveries in our oceans, and my research can help guide our efforts to explore the deep sea. Thank you.